Hey friends, it's Jem with ChappyPlans. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to flip through my Hobonichi planners that I used in December of 2025. So if you'd like to see everything that I did, stick around. Hey friends, it's Jem with ChappyPlans. Today I am going to flip through my Hobonichis. I just do these every month, and this one is no different. And look how thick. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This was all of 2025. I did the entire year in this bad boy. I'm trying to look for my ruler so I could see like how thick it is or how wide across it goes. Let's see if I like squish it down. My guess is like 2 inches maybe. Amy y'all's is crazy. Did you see hers? Hers is awesome. It's not even 2 inches. So I actually, it's not as thick as I thought it was going to be. I don't know how people write in it as it gets this thick though. I was really challenged. I will like flip it, you know, this way and all different like backwards. Like as I was getting towards the end like this, I would have to like, you know, flip it like this in order to write on it, but still it was tough. Not gonna lie, you know, December is really busy, so I did get kind of lazy, a little bit bored here and there. All right, first I'm gonna go through just the weeks really quickly. This was my, you know, kind of came with me in my purse and wherever I was going, but it was sort of redundant because it's just a copy of what was going on in the weeks section of my cousin. But I had the year at a glance at the front, which is nothing fancy or special. The month at a glance, which I used to plan out each week, and that's still the way I operate. And then going into December. So the first week here, I was excited to use Rongrong's Hobonichi Cousin seasonal sticker book. And they fit so well in these smaller formats. They're actually made to fit perfectly in some of the boxes, mostly in the cousin, but you can use them in the weeks too, or I've got plans to use it in my soft paper studio planner, so it's really versatile. You don't have to use it in the planner that it's designed for. The only thing I find a little tricky is using really big stickers in a small space. So, and my obsession at this point in time with brush pens were my Sailor Shikiori brush pens, which I still love. And I just always like to use a brush pen of some sort to add color to the page. And then I just lettered in my own quote, and it's just very functional. This one I did use, it looks like pretty decently. Like I had checked off things I needed to do because it was busy prepping for Christmas and things like that. So yeah, this one turned out super cute. And then I used, according to Ally stickers here and some old washi and my Tech brush pens. And I do want to mention that if you buy anything from According to Ally, you can use Gen 10 to save 10% on your order. And at the time this video is going up, she will have already released her January sticker release, which has 15 stickers in it. And they're all obviously gorgeous. So I always have a link for her shop in my description box if you want to support me and just use my code and save yourself a little bit of money. That's always appreciated. And her stickers are just so cute. I mean, I love the pink and the green together. My favorite color combo, you guys probably know. And she just always has the best quotes too. And you can see I didn't really use this one a ton, and that's fine. It's more about, it's not necessarily for me about like, did I use it or didn't I? It's about making sure that I get the things that are all like milling around in my head out and onto paper so that it feels less cluttered and busy in my head, if that makes sense. That is the whole reason, for the most part, that I plan and have so many planners. This week's so cute. I love the neutral vibes. It's Audrey Okia sticker. She's amazing as well. Small shop, female owned, love to support. So I used a bunch of these little like woodsy bear cafe stickers, and she just has a little shop of her own, and I've always loved using her stickers. You can see I was planning out teacher gifts here, and I took this with me to the store as Nora and I were shopping for items, so it was really helpful to have with me. And then again, these are Tech brush pens that I used, and this is washi from According to Ally as well. And so is that quote. These are still According to Allie stickers. My favorite holiday treat, or one of them, are the Little Debbie Christmas trees. And yeah, this was when we had the flu, so I actually planned this and never wrote in it again. So that's the way life goes sometimes. Her friend did not sleep over. We were just home. Let's see. There's nothing in here that I did towards the end of the year, I don't think. So that is my Hobonichi weeks, and that's going to go up on my shelf. And the cousin, same thing. We have the year at a glance, and then the monthly, which, where are you? Here, always using Coffee Monster co-kits. They're just the easiest way for me to get it down and have all the function, but still have it look super cute. Let's see. So then we're going into the weekly pages. So these are different Audrey Okia stickers. These are, I think, coffee, maybe. I can't remember what they're called. Maybe it's Coffee Mood. I'm not sure. I know I use my Vritech brush pens and some washi from Create with Mandy. And yeah, this was good. It was functional, did the trick, you know. I like to use the sidebar for like important things to remember. These stickers are so freaking adorable, from JoJo Apple Prints, whose shop is still closed. I'm sorry. But I have a ton of stickers still from her when she was open and operating, and I wanted to use these adorable little mice having fun on Christmas. Perfect. Even like the coordinating date stickers, and I just had a lot of fun putting this one together. It's so festive. And then I've got a quote from According to Allie. All right. And then I have washi from Paperminty Studio. And then this is a Heidi swap. These stickers are from According to Allie this year. And I'm using my Sailor Shikiori brush pens. I can tell. Quotes from According to Allie. But you can see I wrote "Flu got us." So, yep. All of that stuff was canceled. Then Christmas week, finally we're feeling better. Literally right up till we had to leave on Christmas Day. So on Christmas Eve, we celebrated at our house, just the three of us, and then my mom did come for dinner. And then we left early Christmas morning to go to Michigan and arrived to Matt's twin brother's house. And we stayed over there, and the girls, Nora and her cousin Fiona, got to play. Then the next day, we had to go to Chapman Christmas, which is an extended family holiday, and we stayed in a hotel room that night because these two locations are not right near each other. And then we knew there was going to be another cousin Christmas this day, and these two events were in the same area, Battle Creek of Michigan. So we got a hotel in Battle Creek, checked in, and actually asked her cousin Fiona to stay over, which she did, and it worked out really well. And the cousins all went swimming after the Chapman Christmas, which was fun. And then the next day, we did some shopping after we checked out. Fiona, Nora, myself, and my husband. And then we went to the cousin Christmas, and we stayed there way late. Drove out to the Grand Rapids area of Michigan and stayed with Matt's youngest brother, where we ended up staying for the rest of our trip. Then on Monday, I just hung out at the house, and in the afternoon, my husband and Nora left to go get dinner with his dad, and then back up with his other brother, Josh, and Josh's son, Justin. So Josh, Justin, Nora, and Matt all went to see Michigan State. That was her first college basketball game. So I guess I had a lot of fun doing that. And then the next day we went shopping, just Matt, Nora, and I. We got some food, and then it was like a super chill evening. And then on New Year's, again, super chill day, Matt took me out to try to find stationery. I don't know that I found anything crazy. I think I found like the clip that I shared, this big metal clip, a vinyl sticker, and maybe a couple of gouache paints. I think that was really it, but it was just nice to get out of the house because there was a lot of like laying around and chilling. And unfortunately, my nephew got a fever and was sick while we were there. Luckily, we didn't get it. I think it was probably similar to what we had. I don't know, but he was only 2, so he's, poor thing, is gonna have to go through it, getting all the things as a baby and an infant child. So we were fine, but he was sick, so we didn't do too much. So I needed to get out of the house. So Matt and I went out And we ended up finding like this amazing boba sushi restaurant and brought boba back for Nora. It was delicious. And then we were supposed to take Matt's brother Steve out for his birthday this night, but because he got sick as well, we didn't end up doing that. So instead, we treated Matt's family to like a Tex-Mex dinner. We just ate in. And then the next day we left and drove back to New York, and we ended up staying overnight in the like Buffalo, Rochester area. And then the next day stopped at a craft store. I shared that haul already. And we drove home. And then I just like recuperated during the weekend, like rearranging my entire craft room because I got a Mac Mini. So that was our week. That was our month, I should say. And these gorgeous Mylar balloon looking stickers are from According to Allie. I also paired her like bows, her winter bows. And I have got some Allie washi and then some Simply Gilded washi and quotes from According to Allie as well. Just simple, but so pretty. All right, now going into the daily pages, I'm just going to be repeating myself since I already told you, like, basically my whole month. So I'm going to kind of go through this a little quick. So I don't think I filled this out, did I? I did not. Whoops. This is where I do my currently things. I will go back and fill that out, though. I should have done that before I filmed. My bad. But I do reading, watching, planning, eating, loving, and trying. So all of that information will go there. It's just like a quick at a glance currently spot for me. So a lot of times I'm using the tear apart hands off my dinosaur calendar doodles to add decor to my page if it makes sense. So since it was the 1st of December, you know, in a Monday, I put You've Got This. And I used a few of Rongrong's PET stickers. It's from Rongrong's Treasured Memories, this PET washi box set. It has letters, it has stickers, and then 3 different washi rolls. So I just wanted to use some of it and love it. Love her. Her stuff is so great. Still using it here. This is a different, these are from the seasonal PET box set. And that one's awesome as well. It has 4 seasons included. We had a snow day. Oh, parent-teacher conferences. Oh, I stopped after school and got Nora a refresher from Dunkin' Donuts. I hit 800 total workouts on the Body app. It's formerly Beachbody. These are all stickers from my stash. Mostly that's what I'm trying to do when I'm doing daily pages. I made a video a few months ago reorganizing every single one of my stickers, loose sticker sheets, and that video is awesome because it kind of explains my mindset and how I decided to organize them. And so that's pretty much what I'm using when I'm going through these daily pages and I'm looking for a specific category of a sticker. I look there first, usually. I also reference, like I said, that rip apart calendar, and then I have like, you know, my typical like According to Allie and Coffee Monster Co. and things like that I will use. And then it's also an opportunity for me to have a lot of fun with my pens. So that's always like a favorite part, honestly. The pens and practicing my lettering, that's always really fun. Talking about how it's freezing, I wrote, bruh, it's brick. No, for real, it is 2 degrees, minus 2 degrees. I drove Nora to therapy after work only to find out she didn't have therapy. Matt and I started watching Stumble, which is like the parody of cheer, like competitive cheer, high school cheer. And it's so funny. So funny. I don't know any of the actors, but it's hilarious and we love it. And I used to be a cheerleader, so it's all resonating with me. There was a half day of school because I don't know why. Oh, I think it was because parent-teacher conferences. That's right. We watched Dr. Seuss, The Grinch. We got Korean food. Matt had a flat tire. And let's see. Then the next day was Saturday. So I'm working on December daily. Nora had her friend Abby over, and Matt went to the men's breakfast at church. I think, so these are from my stash. Paper Minty. No, sorry, not Paper Minty. These are Fig Berry Tea. This is from Create with Mandy. These are from Robin's Planning Nest. Studio Calico, Simply Gilded. These are all of my Brightech brush pens here. These are Sailor Shikiori brush pens. These I got from BFF Sticker Camp. This was from Archer and Olive. These are Alicia Michelle XO, who doesn't have a shop anymore, these ones. This was Eau Claire's Creation, Archer and Olive. And then these two are the Four Bears Sticker Club, I believe. Okay, so now we're caught up. Sorry, I always forget to mention products. And then we had Church, another Archer and Olive, Alicia Michelle XO, Pip Sticks, Coffee Monster Co., Alicia Michelle XO, Caitlin Plans, Hands Off My Dinosaur Calendar. Okay, and then just journaling about church, Nora having Abby over again, and then the two of them going shopping. They got me some Christmas goodies this day, and I think they picked up my Mac. Back to work. Nothing too exciting there. Okay, Coffee Monster Co. washi. These are from Aime and Francisco's sticker shop called Martinez Sticker Company. They're amazing. And so is this quote. Started watching Stranger Things. I got Starbucks for everybody at work in the classroom I was in this day. Leftover stickers from According to Allie. These are Sailor Shikiori brush pens. These are Robin's Planning Nest. Nora had her winter concert, and we started like really bringing, well, you saw, we started watching The Grinch. So we're doing all the Christmas things as the weeks go. Still, these are Martinez Sticker Company, Pip Sticks. I have no idea. Caitlin, no. Create with Mandy. And then these are Sailor Shikiori brush pens still. Alicia Michelle XO. These are all from the same sheet. They were like random, or these two, and then these were random stickers from BFF Sticker, when I did the BFF Sticker Club. This is Eau Claire's Creations and Figberry Tea again. There was a cookies and canvas event, PTA event at school, and Nora had her friend Fiona for a sleepover. I got to volunteer at our church's Holiday Hope, which is super cool event where parents can come and shop for brand new, really nice, like Stanleys, like bicycles, all kinds of things, the most popular toys and goodies for free by earning points that they rack up throughout the year for their kids. So that was amazing. Still doing the Shikiori brush pen thing, using Alicia Michelle XO's stickers. This is Laurel Denise, Allie Edwards washi from December Daily last year. These little lights are from Create with Mandy, Hands Off My Dinosaur, Coffee Monster Co., and these are just like American Greetings stickers, I think. Oh, and these are Pip Sticks. So I was filming on Saturday. Nora had a sleepover with her friend Fiona. Actually, I don't know if they slept over. I think she just, oh yeah, they did, Friday to Saturday. That's right, because they did cookies and canvas the night before together. And then we went to go see the lights that we see every year, church. And then Nora and Matt went to go get her pom-pom prize. That's one of her incentives when she fills up the jar. Takes her a couple months. She got a whole bunch of nail goodies. My favorite, not really. More washi from a December daily release before. These are stickers from my stash. This is Laurel Denise stickers, Coffee Monster Co. And you can see I'm still using my Shikiori brush pens. This is a sticker from Create with Mandy. No, sorry, Caitlin Plans. This is a doodle from that calendar. These are from Four Bears Sticker Co., I think, or Violet Stickers, I can't remember. And this was a washi I picked up at a stationery store a while ago when I was with Jen and Linda. And I'm just talking about Stranger Things, watching Home Alone, just being like lazy at night watching TV, but then having a really productive afternoon, even though, you know, school. And then talking about work shenanigans. And what else? Oh, getting a decent amount of affiliate money that I wasn't expecting, which was really cool. At work, we made gingerbread houses. So here I'm using my new earth tone Sharpie creative markers. Oh my gosh, I love them. I have so many. I have all colors, I think. I'll show you. I know I need to do an updated craft room tour because I totally redid my craft room to make room for my Mac Mini. So these are all of the fine tip Sharpie creative markers. This was the best label ever. Mrs. Chapman, which is what one of my students calls me. And that's just like the way he talks. Like he's got a really adorable and unique cadence to his voice. He's highly autistic. And so his mom gave me a Christmas gift and wrote it as he would say it. And it just made honestly, my year. So yeah, super cute. Coffee Monster Kowashi from my calendar. It was insanely busy. Like, even though I had the day off, right? Like, I still brought Nora to school and we handed out her teacher gifts and my coworkers gifts. And I got some work done in my craft room, but I also had to do some collab stuff. And then I had to pick up Nora. I started having a migraine and not feeling great at this point. We had to run errands, and I remember while we were out running errands, I was like, oh, I really don't feel good. And this is when I realized, like we're getting sick, something's happening. It's either like a sinus infection or the flu. But by Friday morning, I had such bad like body aches. I was like, oh, this is the flu. And I started getting a fever. I apologize about the expletives. I won't say them, but so I just talked about that and how like I wrote all my symptoms out. I did keep this little piece of ephemera because the wellness committee that I'm a part of at work gave everybody little treat bags, and this tag was on it. These are my Bright Tech brush pens. These are the Sharpie creative markers, Coffee Monster Kowashi, and I'm you know what about missing these things. I planned a birthday dinner for my best friend I couldn't go to. Somebody from our church passed suddenly, couldn't go to that. My husband was supposed to lead worship at church and then play at the memorial, and we couldn't do that. My family had their first Christmas in years, and we were going to go do that. They had it catered and everything and couldn't. So I was really upset, really upset. I'm talking about now we all have the flu. Although looking back, I'm not convinced Matt actually got the flu. He did get sick, but he never got a fever and he never had body aches or anything. He just kind of but he doesn't usually get super sick. Anybody else's husband like that or partner, like, so frustrating. Not that I want him to get sick, but I'm like, dude, you don't ever get sick. You have one doctor you see once a year and everything's always fine. You know what I mean? And then there's me with 2011 doctors and ailments, and I take 5,000 pills a day to, function. And he barely gets sick. I'm like, what the heck, bro? So anyway, I'm just talking about all of that. And then I did start feeling better myself, because I got sick first. And so I was able to wrap Nora's presents when I was feeling in a pocket of not weak and, not feverish. I didn't have a fever. I think I only had a fever for 24 hours. Yeah. And then Matt stayed home from work. So, everybody was home just being lazy, laying horizontal. I did manage to finally put stamps on all of our Christmas cards. And I don't think they even went out until the next day. I did Nora's nails. We watched the Polar Express. Again, these are all really super cute little kawaii theme stickers from my stash. And then the calendar. Ooh, I got my surprise blind box PET tape, the fairy tale themed, and I got Little Red Riding Hood, and I shared a little reel on that. Super, super cute. So I put the evidence of that washi tape in here. I always do that with my washi. This is, again, another, find when I was with Jen and Linda. Alicia Michelle XO. This is Pipsticks, Laurel Denise. These are Forebear Sticker Co. And random, kawaii stickers. And then I'm still using my Sharpies here. Feeling a lot better. We all actually felt a lot better, and we went out to get dinner and then drove around. Not a fancy dinner. We just got dinner quick. Oh, and I started using my my top drawer fountain pen. I love this thing, man. It's very thick, but it's just so smooth. It is so smooth, and the quality is ridiculous. It's Colo is the brand. This is the one I have. They have a ton of colors, and they always do the limited edition and special releases, but it's amazing. The only thing that I don't love is that there's only one size nib, and it's pretty broad, but I think this will be better going forward now that I have like some more for like larger. I use like a larger nib when I have less to say, or if I want to like have a different font or style of a heading. But I love this. So my code for top drawer, which they also have like uh watercolors and mixed media material. They have like really gorgeous like houseware stuff, boutique like slippers and whoops, all kinds of things, like super unique high-end items. And there's a link in my description, and you can use, it's kind of long, it's like ChappyPlans 20 off to save 20%, which is really generous. And especially because like I couldn't find personally a ton of discount codes. So if you use mine, you can use it on pretty much anything on their website. So definitely check it out. Anyhow, back to my daily pages. That's what I was using to write, talking about packing and then opening presents. These were Nora's top 5 favorite presents: her white fox clothes, her Uggs, a jewelry box organizer that I got her for her dresser, her Lululemon like crossbody thing she got, and a Stanley. We left New York, went to Michigan, Coffee Monster Kowashi, Alicia Michelle XO, Archer and Olive, and then my Sharpie creative markers, Coffee Monster Co. Washi I used the vertical emojis to like act as bullet points for just like some highlights for the day. Cousin Love, the Lions lost. They did face masks together. They were obsessed with the Next playground. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's some sort of virtual, like it's like a little box, and you can like play these games. You show up on the TV screen. It's kind of crazy. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it, but Google it if you want. Lots of giggling, and then it was a surprise to have my sister-in-law come home early from work. And then the next day was Chapman Christmas, and we checked into our hotel and everybody went swimming. Oh my God, some lady kept complaining that we were being really loud. We were not. Literally, we were walking around our hotel room. I think like Fiona skipped around a couple times, but they called up once, and then they came up to knock on our door and like ask us what was going on, and we were like nothing. So I wrote, okay Karen, and I talked about that. And it was hilarious because the girls kept like going, shh, Karanisha's gonna get mad again. So anyhow, that happened. Oh, these are all from the grabby like cut apart big ginormous amazing book of Christmas themed paper craft goodies. I had decorated these, I pre-decorated these before I left, and I talked about going to the different stores and shopping, and then going to have cousin Christmas at Chrissy and Josh's, and then driving the next day to stay, or that night, and staying with Kit, Tully, TJ, and Sutton. And at home, we got 9 inches of snow while we were there. And again, talking about my husband and Nora going to the basketball game. Alicia Michelle XO stickers, Sharpie creative markers. This is Eric Small Things. This is, I think, Once More with Love. These were from my gifted washi swatches, sample swatches from Jen or Linda. Same as this washi here. Coffee Monster Co. I talked about going shopping and getting our first Culver's shake and burgers. We don't have one here. Just eating crap, like eating really crappy and being lazy. And then New Year's, looking for stationery, not finding too much. And then I said a plague because, I talked about Matt's younger brother, his mom, and nephew all got sick. And then we packed up and talked about the takeout that we got, the Tex-Mex. And that is it, friends. Holy cow. That's the end of an entire year in my Hobonichi cousin. So let me know if you have questions. I know I go fast, but hopefully I explained enough and shared enough, and you're happy, satisfied, inspired, all the things. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell because I'm kind of all over the place right now with content. It's going to take me a bit to get into the rhythm of filming and uploading again. And I so appreciate you spending your time with me and using my affiliate links. You guys are the best. Wishing you an amazing 2026. And take care of yourselves, friends. Remember that you are enough, and I love you guys to pieces. Bye.